me, Mario. Didn't fall for that one, hey? So, first off, stop staring at the dancing pandas behind me. Well, as most of you know, I have a replacement Model S coming, and since I've had so many requests for me to shorten my weekly update news videos, I figure I'd dedicate a whole video just to the replacement Model S and what configuration I took, and also why I took some of the features. For starters, it is going to be a Model S, but you knew that already. Next, these lights are really, really bright, and I have a new appreciation for people that work in front of green screens or walls, or I guess the entire room is green. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls. I think that's not green. I guess no. Where I splattered paint, I suppose the floor isn't green either. It's hardwood floor. Anyways, midnight and getting slow brain sidetracked. I went with first off, I went with the 90D. Why did I go with the 90? The 90 battery pack uses a different chemistry. Uses a silicon, or at least partially silicon anode in the cells, resulting in greater energy density. So the same number of cells that were used in an 85 pack now contain 5 kilowatt hours more power. I should say the same size pack that holds the same number of cells as the 85 kilowatt hour battery pack now holds 5 kilowatts more. So that's why it's a 90 instead of an 85. Benefits of this: well, more energy dense for the same weight, potentially faster charging. I'll get to test it out in a few weeks. Supercharging. I have a video online already showing the 60 kilowatt hour and the 85 kilowatt hour battery packs charging on CHAdeMO, 80 amp at high-powered watch station, and also Supercharger from 10% to 80% state of charge. So that is something I would like to test again, all three. I'll be able to do CHAdeMO and the Supercharger right away, but I have to have a dual charger installed by the service center. I will have to see if they'll be able to do that before I take delivery, if I can come up with the extra $2,000 to get a dual charger. And yes, I get asked over and over again. When I got my first Model S, it only had the single charger. After my first road trip to Niagara Falls, I promptly had that dual charger installed when I got back, along with the WeatherTech floor mats. I have done many road trips and many thousands of miles. And so far, even on my West Coast road trip this past summer, on 3 locations I needed to use a high-powered wall station. And, well, 2 were high-powered wall stations. One was an 80 amp Clipper Creek. Same thing, it's a high-powered station. 80 amp is 80 amp, it is 80 amp. And, I mean, literally that would have been 3 extra nights I would have had to sleep. Me and the kids would have had to sleep somewhere, that I was able to charge up for, say, 2.5 hours while we ate and you know, played a little bit outside, got some fresh air, stretched the legs, where we did not have to spend the night places. Okay, back to the configuration. So that was why I got the 90. Different chemistry, so I want to test it out for you all. If it was something with a limited warranty, like the bumper-to-bumper on the cars, 4 years, 50,000, or 8 years, 100,000, whichever comes first, like the rest of the car, I would have said forget it. Give me the 85. I know it's tried, true, and reliable. But 8 years limited mileage, I can deal with that. And considering that almost every battery pack failure so far hasn't actually been the batteries, it's been other components of the pack, such as when my first battery pack failed. It was actually the contactor, a high voltage contactor. Well, the number of battery pack related issues I've seen reported has dropped significantly. So it looks like Tesla's really got the battery packs, the bugs worked out of those. So I have some good confidence in the battery pack. Next, the all-wheel drive, the D. Oh wait, plus for the 90, the added range. I do have this all worked out. It's just, yeah, I try scripting this stuff out. I know I get so many requests for that. I'm just not good at scripts. I used to have a radio show back in the early 2000s, call-in talk kind of radio show, and everything I did was I'd wing it. If the company that sponsored the show didn't go belly up, I'd still probably be doing the show. That was awesome. I missed that. I wish I had tapes. Yes, we had cassette tapes, recordings of the show. Those all kind of just disappeared, but that was 15 years ago. God, I feel old. I was still in high school and early college. Wow. So that plus the 90 extra range. I mean, it's only like 16 miles more, but considering the number of times I cut it so close, like December 31st, 2015, I was on my way to my parents who had my 2 kids already for the weekend, and I rolled into the Supercharger with 0 miles left. So, I mean, I drive that much, 78,000 miles now in 2 years. And the only reason I don't have more is because I was pretty much landlocked the first year I had my car. There's no superchargers around, so it wasn't. I was pretty much able to go whatever was within the range of my car. I mean, if I'd be well over 100,000 if we had a couple more superchargers when I got in my car. Next, all-wheel drive. It's no secret that I have had a significant number of drivetrain issues on my current car. Well, not only is the all-wheel drive more efficient because it uses 2 smaller motors. More efficient means more range. Me plus more range equals happy. But it's also a completely different design motor. They're smaller motors. There's 2 smaller motors instead of 1 honking big one. So I'm hoping, and I'm hearing less complaints about the dual motors, considering more people are ordering the dual motors than single motors anymore. Even though there's a few more single motors out than dual, but I'm hearing a lot less things about failures and complaints. So I figure I had enough bad luck with the single motor, big honking motor. Let's try the dual motor. Following that, I'm looking at my 3 screens over on the wall there. I know how to build an awesome office on a budget. Goodwill and thrift stores are your friends for huge, cheap computer screens. I actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 computer screens, but only 3 are hooked up at the moment. I fried a video card trying to put a better fan on it, but it was an old video card. Next, 19-inch tires. Didn't really matter. The 19 inches are included with the price. Plus, they're better tires. It might be more reliable tires. But I'm going to be getting rid of them anyway. So I'm going to be taking those off once I get the car, because I'm going to be putting my aero rims and tires on from my existing car. I'm going to be transferring those over. I mean, I begged and pleaded far too long to try and get my hands on those arrows to put them to waste. So 90 kilowatt battery plus efficiency of the dual motors plus aero rims equals Kman's going to beat Bjorn's world record for furthest distance traveled in a Model S. That's going to be fun. Let's see, next. Textile seats. I really like the textile seats, and personally, I felt the original style seats were more comfortable than the next gen. The next gen seats are available in leather only, and the original style seats are available in textile only. So Even if I wanted leather, I would have had to go for the next gen. I didn't want the leather. I had a leather seated Honda Accord, and gosh, that hurts on a nice, hot, sunny day. Oh, it burns like the fires of hell. So skipped the leather seats, went with the textile. Plus, on the next-gen seats, there used to be a little, on the leather seats, on the original style seats, there used to be like a little leather pocket right on the front of the seat for the leather ones. They got rid of that on the next-gen, apparently. That would have probably been the only thing that I would have gone for, because that little pocket was actually really kind of convenient. Almost left my wallet in one on a loaner, though. That was almost a oopsie. Went with the piano black interior, just plain Jane. What's included? Two reasons. Number one, the cost for the wood grain accents that they can put in just wasn't worth the cost for zero benefit. I mean, it's stylish, but other than that, that's it. Just stylish. And hopefully, cross my fingers, the reliability of this one's going to be awesome, and I will be keeping it for quite a while, or at least handing it down to my Gino when he's old enough. And on top of that, as most of you know, I do a lot of tests for EVannex. I test a lot of their custom custom designed products for the Tesla cars, and this replacement is going to be no exception to that. In fact, I'll be doing a video installing all my EVannex products onto the new Model S, and just featuring, showing what everything, how it all went together, and highlighting each thing that they've had me test and I'm using. And I will be, since it's a dual motor, my front's going to be smaller, so I'll be modifying the rubber floor mat for the frunk that they gave me. Nothing like a little razor blade cutting it down to fit. I don't think they will mind if I do that, because I like their floor mat. But anyways, they do, EVannex has a has a wood grain overlay that is for the Model S custom fit. So I will see about maybe either testing that out for them. Give them. I'd rather give them the publicity on. I mean, it's lower cost too. It's only like $250 for the wood grain accents from EVannex, compared to, I think it was $750 or $1,000 for. Actually, I think it goes a little more than that, depending on which wood style you go with from Tesla. Now, the build configuration said standard yacht floor. I'm not sure what that means, because when I got my original car, the yacht floor was just a carpeted, I think called carpeted cubby space or something like that. And the yacht floor was the wood with rubber runners on it. So I'm not too sure what I'm quite getting there. Next, black Alcantara headliner. Oh, is that beautiful. I figure if I'm going with a monochrome car with all black, do the headliner. And it was included with the premium lighting interior, so no loss there. If my existing S would have been holding up better and I would have been keeping it, I actually was planning on using fabric dye and doing the blot method and actually dyeing my textile headliner jet black. I actually did that once when I worked at a customs body shop. We did that once on a, what kind of car was it this kid had us do? He ordered the Manila color headliner because it was dirt cheap. We installed it, and he decided it looked like crap because it didn't match anything else in the car. Couldn't return it, so he said, "Can you dye it?" I said, "Sure." So used fabric dye, and it took me quite a while. I think it took me 3 coats to get it to soak in real well, and looked awesome. So that's what I would have been planning. But I mean, black Alcantara, perfect. Next, Autopilot. Can't get an Autopilot built car without getting Autopilot. And who better to test Autopilot than none other than, no, not me, the Gino. Yes, midget number 2 will be testing Autopilot on a controlled road that's closed off completely while sitting on my lap. Safety first. So we're going to have, oh gosh, he heard his name.
Jelly peanut butter.
Peanut butter jelly? Is it peanut butter jelly time?
Yes.
Say hi.
Hi there.
Wave.
Woo.
Wave.
Ah!
Okay. Now go away. Can't go away. Shoo. Shoo. Zzz. Zzz. He's nuts. And I see my battery bar right there says my battery's dying.
Ow. 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 Ow! Stop it. It's Pee-wee.
Oh, what were you playing in? Go away. Okay, so last but not least, premium lighting interior lighting. Is George over?
B.
Is Curious George over?
B.
Bees. Is Curious George over?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, time for bed. Go brush your teeth.
Oh,
Go on.
I want jelly peanut butter.
No, you had dinner.
I want jelly peanut butter.
All right, then go get the bread. Yeah. Premium interior lighting package. Didn't really want it, but there's like 4 things on there that were standard with my car that are now. Go in the kitchen. I will be right there when I'm done. Yes. Okay, go get the peanut butter and jelly too. Go or somebody's going to bed without a peanut butter jelly. Didn't really want it, but there's a bunch of things that were standard on my car that just, I mean, should still be standard. I mean, come on. Lighted door handles, those were standard from day one. Optional now. Let's see what else. Interior lighting. That's the lighting by the armrests on the front and rear. Standard from day one. Now optional. Let's see. And he bumped my computer, so now it's a different screen. There's a couple other things too. Side effect though. Okay, no peanut butter and jelly because you're not listening.
No.
Well then, okay, go to bed.
No.
Well then you gotta go wait out there. Because you're not listening. What are you still doing up? So anyways, ended up going with the premium lighting interior. Great grandma actually made a donation for that one. So great grandma is in charge of the interior lighting package and premium interior. So what can I say? You can't say no to great grandma. If you do, she writes you out of her will. So there we go. Let's see what else. Cold weather package. Oh, I had to test this. Cold weather package. Heated rear seats, heated mirrors, heated wipers, heated steering wheel, which is awesome. I had that on a loaner. Can't wait to test that. That would have been awesome during our rainstorm last week, Monday. You can remember, might see it. Some of you might have watched that video too of me trying to defrost the car which worked with help from a brush. At least the ice detached from the windows and unfroze my doors. So that was a big plus, but then at the same time, my windshield wipers ended up breaking. So I was fixing it in the ice storm under the frunk with the pliers, with my hands freezing to death because I was soaked solid. So that pretty much covers it for the replacement Model S. It will be here. Went into production today, so I mean it's a toss-up when it's actually going to arrive. My rough estimate's probably going to be like 3 weeks. I hope it still arrives in time for the winter season, as I want to test that dual motor 4-wheel drive in the snow/sleet if we actually get any more. It'd be cool if we could get another storm like we had last week Monday. I'd love to test on that. I think it was the first time the 2-wheel drive Model S ever kind of let me down. Still made it home fine. Just had to go super slow, and I did get stuck a few times where I really had to kind of work to get it out. But we made it. So that is it. That's what's coming. So stay tuned this Friday for another weekly update, or my usual weekly updates. And any other information on this will be passed along then. And anybody like my new old hat? This thing's older than me. I kind of like this. It's a little different. Getting a little tired of fedoras. Don't get me wrong. Fedoras are still my thing, but it was either this or a top hat. I feel like a plumber now. P is for plumber. Good night. Smile, cheese.